something that I want to address about it.
But when I get there, I'm gonna get there. What up, Jay?
What up?
what
up,
Mr. Mo? How you feeling down in the warm Chicago?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in Indianapolis right now.
Oh, word, man! You look good. That crib you got in Indy looks good, like a penthouse. Can I come get me? Let me come Airbnb that joint.
I'm living that lavish life now, man. I'm moving on up, man.
Hey, I'm with that, brother. Well, we live, ladies and gentlemen. You're in here with the Life Game Avengers. You got Moochie, you got J Mo, you got Larry. No Nita tonight. She's got to take some time off. How's everybody else feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah,
hanging in there, man. Don't it?
They're like swimwear.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've already got a lot of people that's been waiting on us. We've got Inga Lawson, Big Sand, Marissa Dior TV. We got North Philly in the building, and then we got D Weave down here in the building.
What up?
D Weave, what up?
Yep. And of course, we got my boy Alex, who always comes in the building. Hope everybody's doing well. Before we get started, let me make this announcement. We do have confirmation that there will be a Shy season 5.
Yeah, I'm about to put a show together if that's the case, man.
Well, where's the excitement? I was expecting backflips. I was expecting jumping out.
I just want to see where they go with this because I got a lot of problems with what happened on the last episode, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and start because I can't wait. When Moochie burning like this, man, we just got to dig into it.
I do want to take my earrings out and fight some people. I want to roll around on the ground and fight with them.
I know this inspired me to write my own show.
What?
Me too. We was talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it, but I'm about to do that shit. I mean,
look, I'm ready to be like,
Shy got 5 seasons, man. Hey, follow your dreams, people.
Follow your dreams, find a hookup, and always keep in mind your network is your net worth. Keep that in mind. Got to get you a plug up in there. We'll kick this thing off with the Shy opening, what we're going to talk about. Here we go.
I told Jim.
You told Jim what?
Oh, this nigga snitching?
Man, they got cameras. She was gonna find out anyway.
Hold up. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Sit down, bro.
I ain't no motherfucking dog.
Man, sit your ass down. Look, you did the right thing.
Let me tell you something, man. If the police find out what you did, your ass is going straight to the pen. And that's the last thing this family needs, another motherfucker getting locked up.
I'm glad you told Jim the truth. I am.
I also told you the reason her dad's still alive.
Oh, nigga, you don't get no brownie points for that.
Then I told her not to tell.
That don't mean shit.
Hey, man, shut the fuck up.
Second was funny as hell to me because Jason Weaver kept butting in, man. I was just over here laughing. They were making talking jump to him right to his face. But we'll get this thing started from the beginning. Moochie, I'm gonna go ahead and go to you. Do you have anything to say about this forced storyline they tried to give Dre and how it opened with the conflict between her and Nina?
How you gonna call demands and you the one in the wrong, Nina? You giving somebody a ultimatum? Like you gotta figure out what you gonna do because I can't live like this. But you the one that cheated.
Wait, Moochie, Moochie, I don't know how many relationships you've been in, but you do know that sometimes when your spouse is giving you the cold shoulder, it does become a little taxing. And at some point in time, my psychologist buddy,
the cold shoulder.
What'd you say?
I said maybe because I'm the one that do the cold shoulder. I could go a long time in the house without talking to somebody.
Because I got definitely something to say about that when I saw that.
Oh boy! Well, let's keep the straight. Larry, what you got to say about Nina and Dre?
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Sometimes if you've done something wrong and someone gives you the cold shoulder, you have to be careful. There's a very fine line between when that person decides to go along with it and when that person gets mad and just says, "Okay, fuck you then." You know, there's a real fine line there, so you have to be careful. And you know, when somebody leaves out, sometimes when someone gives you an ultimatum, it's like not to jump ahead, but we saw another ultimatum given in this show. the person didn't want to give the answer, so the person made the decision for them, you know, and that's what happens sometimes. It's like if you don't want to come around, then sometimes the other person has to make the decision that's best for them, and that may not be what's best for you. So while you have the opportunity to make that decision, you should go ahead and make it.
Word. Okay. J-Mo, get in there. But what I was going to finish saying to Moochie before I give it to you, J-Mo, is I've got some psychologist buddies, and one of them you guys have seen on this show, my homegirl, Dr. Maria, who comes up here. And there is a fine line where even though you might have messed up, it's not healthy behavior to keep somebody in the dark and cold shouldering them for a extended period of time. At some point in time, you have to make a decision. Having said that, J-Mo, I give it to you.
Boy, two women in a relationship is hell, because women don't forget, and they show it's hard to forgive. You know, as us three men know, when you didn't got that cold shoulder from your girl, it's a hard time. Like Moochie say, you giving it. Well, imagine it's two women back and forth giving it and taking it. So that was insightful to me to see in female to female relationship that, boy, ain't neither one of them about to break. It's gonna be hell. Neither one gonna forget, neither one gonna forgive, and they're gonna give each other cold shoulders like they in the North Pole or something, man. It was cold in that house. They need to get the heat turned on, because them shoulders was cool as the other side of the pillow, for real.
You know, the problem is what Lamont brought up earlier when he first brought this up, is like, what do you think about this contrived storyline? And that's part of the problem. It's just that it's contrived, and they're trying to continue it on by bringing this little girl into the mix. It's just, it doesn't work.
Yes.
It just doesn't. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there.
And I got a bunch about her. I don't like how she talking about she gonna move in, and Kev like, well, I don't know if we gonna do this. She like, well, it ain't up to you. What? You got your little mean ass that took it too far. Hey, little girl, it is up to me. If I tell my mamas, don't bring your little crazy bad ass up in here, your ass ain't coming in here. Keep talking crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm coming to you anyway, Larry. The very next scene, Kel comes downstairs and he's looking at Dre, and I didn't appreciate this part, Larry, and I'm gonna give it to you on this. Dre is chastising him for actually doing something good to help someone in the community that Dre already knows has issues in their house. It'd be different if Dre didn't know that this girl had issues in the house. Then if you want to chastise Kevin for having some random chick upstairs, by all means do it. But she chastised the hell out. This boy told him to go upstairs as if he done something wrong when he tried to help the girl. Giving it to you.
Yeah, I feel like Dre and Nina, anytime they have an opportunity to shit on Kev, they will. Boy. You know, it's like on Raising Kanan. They never miss an opportunity to take an opportunity to shit on Kevin. And I mean, she could have simply have pulled him aside and talked to him and said, look, I really like what you're trying to do here, but it's not your place, and it's maybe not the right way. I mean, for someone who's supposed to be a counselor, she has horrible communication skills. Absolutely horrific. And then he even calls her mom in that moment, and she rejects that.
Right.
I mean, that's just some BS. I mean, even if he was trying to butter her up by using it, that's not the moment that you reject it. You talk to him about that later. You know, Kevin needs to hurry up and get himself to college. He needs to get a scholarship so he can go far, far away. He needs to go like to the University of Hawaii or something where they can't even access him on a regular basis.
Damn, all the way to Hawaii. Wow. I mean, he can come to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. We'll take good care of him down here.
Nah, that's drivable. You will take good care of him, but it's drivable. They might show up down there. He needs to go to Hawaii, but they can't come but maybe once a year.
J-Mo, what you think about this?
Man, I think the only problem with Kev is he started that old hemming and hawing or whatever when he came down. He was tongue-tied and didn't know how to say. He could have just, as soon as she's like, what's going on? Oh, she ain't had no place to stay. Let her stay in here overnight, man. That's all. But he, so he was looking like he was guilty, like he actually did something. which he should have just, spit it out since he actually didn't do nothing. But yeah, like Lamont say, man, they always ready to say something to Kev about what he got going on, and nobody is there to help Keisha. They can't even help each other, but all they want to do is just bring all their little drama on Kev and chastise him. And, it's just another situation of how dudes catch hell on this show.
Dang. Wow.
All age ranges.
Yeah, man. Jump in there,
Little
Moochie.
Ronnie to Big Ronnie.
Once again, I predicted that that was his face for getting caught out there with her upstairs.
You did.
Bringing her downstairs.
Yes, you
but
did.
I feel like her approach was wrong because she knows what's going on in that child's life.
Mm-hmm.
She knows what's going on, and Kevin could have went to the room and told them what the situation was, because it's not like they did anything.
Well, that show how bad of parents they are. They don't even know it's somebody in the damn house overnight. They don't check on them. Don't look at nothing. Don't give a damn.
No, because they too busy being Nina too busy being selfish
and mad at each other to give a damn about the kids.
Right. And why would Kev feel safe to go to them to tell him something like that when all they do is dump on him?
Right.
Right. So, I mean, why would he feel safe to do that? I mean, he's doing a good thing, and he feels like he needs to sneak around to do a good thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And even though he saw her at that one little function, he probably don't know that she's getting counseled and all that. The girl barely say anything other than, ninja that, ninja this. We call her Ninja Gaiden up in this
mug. I used to love that video game, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. That joint was a jump off. Yeah. All right, J-Mo, I'm coming to you with this is a big one in the story. Oh, Lord. Here we go. It is old Tiff and Dante. Oh, my goodness. So this is the moment where Tiff asked Dante, "You want to be with me?" And he basically said, "B, hell no, I don't want to be with you. I love this game we got going on. I just get to slide in and slide out when I want to, come and go when I want to. You need to stay with Emmett. And for Larry's pleasure, since you're always picking on this girl about being overweight, she looked very, very skinny this season, by the way. There she is eating her pizza that's about to tip her on the scales in Larry's opinion. So, J-Mo, what you think about this whole thing with Tiff and old Skeletor Dante, who probably ain't going to be on the season no more?
Right. I'm glad he finally let her ass know reality. Don't nobody want to be with your ass. You better stay with your damn husband. I'm here to hit it and quit it. I'm about to have a good time and take you home. Your son need a haircut? It's a pizza? I mean, what you thought this about the pizza? About what you think about leaving? What you think about me leaving my husband? He like, why? To be with you. For what? I love that part. As far as her being fat, that girl, PHAT. I don't like her as a person, the character, but Tiff ain't fat. That girl got meat.
She wasn't fat at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first super chat. Let me shoot it out before we go to Moochie. Lamont called about Skeletor head Dante making Tiff look stupid. Yes, I did, Ron Mitchell. And just for that, Ron Mitchell, I've got new graphics to give you guys when you super chat me. I stole this one from my boy B. Avery. It's the remix of one that he's been doing. So here we go.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, baby, let me tell you something. If a whore ain't paying y'all bills, that's the last thing y'all should be worried about.
That's a lot right there.
Why you steal that? You better go put that back, boy. You better go put that back.
That is a lot.
That boy had straight Kool-Aid hair.
Yeah, he did.
You see Kev up here about to have his Kool-Aid blue.
Woo!
Moochella, jump on in there, man. Talk about Dante and Tiff. From a woman's perspective, we anxiously are waiting to hear what a woman has to say about another woman doing her dirt.
Tiff got a dose of reality. She got a real reality check with that shit. She got a reality check where he was like, I'm the nigga you call when he not doing XYZ.
But Moochie, he said that as if
I like this how it's going. That's what he said too.
Moochie, he said it as if Emmett ain't clearing the pipes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, ain't Emmett supposed to be packing because that's how Dom wanted to check him when he came to her house? Ain't he supposed to be packing large?
Yeah, he packing large, but Homeboy's oral game was better. Remember she said that?
Oh, so what is really about
large, but it's 2 minutes and it's microwave meal.
Mm-hmm. He was throwing that tongue in a circle.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, but you know what I peeped on that though? If
What's
Dante would have said yeah, she would have left Emmett. But since he said no, she tried to play the little middle ground, talking about when she came home, I ain't trying to go through this with you right now, this, that, and the other. I don't know. But really, she don't want to be with Emmett, but she don't want to be by herself. So she trying to have a babysitter, and until she find a replacement. If old Shumpty Dumpty say okay, then she gonna go sit on that wall and leave Emmett.
Another thing with her, she got her reality check, and now it's like I guess I'm gonna go back to Emmett. But it was like she really was, to me, she was really cocky. She really thought he was gonna be like, yeah, me and you gonna be together. And she saw that he's not gonna treat her how Emmett does her, like with the breakfast.
No.
With knowing her habits.
You go get a slice.
He saw the difference when he came with the pizza.
Right.
Eating it outside.
He's not gonna do you like how your husband was doing you, as far as treating you with respect.
He don't love her.
Exactly.
I mean, he don't, like I say, he don't love them hoes. And I'm coming to you, Larry, but let me shout out the most super chatters. Will Lawrence came through. And the rest of these super chats, Larry, is all about you. So Larry has been right about Tiff from the jump. Dude never wanted a relationship with her, and I'm glad he told her. Yep. And then we had another one down here. Lamont, ever since you called Keisha New Dude Russell Westbrook, I can't. Oh my God, my bad, Larry. I thought that was for you, but for my super chatters, this is for you, and I appreciate it. This one's old school, so if you old school, you know what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Yo, this punk motherfucker throwing shit at us, man.
Man, I smell something, man. You smell something?
I definitely smell something out here.
I smell
pussy. Yo, he's a pussy, man.
Stick his ass.
That was a movie, boy, when that came out.
Classic right there for my people. Classic.
And another thing, one more thing before we leave this topic, and I agree with no ma'am. She is monkey barring from relationship to relationship.
Yep. Oh, we can't leave because we gotta let Larry talk. Larry got to take his victory lap. Ain't that right, Larry? Take that victory lap.
I mean, I said it. I mean, it's just the way reality is. Nobody, especially not a dude like him, wants a woman who's cheating on her husband.
Right.
Nobody wants that chick. She's fun to play with. She's fun to come over and have sex with and to play with. But nobody wants to keep her. Who wants to go ahead and get her, and then every time you go to sleep, you have to wonder if this bitch is sneaking out? Who wants to worry about every time she says she's going to sell some weed and she's breaking it off to the next dude? Who wants to worry about that? Nobody wants to take that kind of blood pressure medicine, you know? So, I mean, it's like, he's having fun. And like he said, I'm your ninja. I'm the dude you call when your man's not giving it to you right. I'm the dude you call when your little man needs a haircut at the last minute. I'm the dude you call when your girl gets locked up and you need some extra money. That's who you call. You don't go to him thinking that you're going to have a relationship. You know?
Oh my Lord, man, they killing Tiff. They said Tiff pH is off. No, it's
why
not.
her face so damn fat? That's why I always tell you she always looks like she's a cupcake away because she's always like on the verge. I don't care what anybody says. People can hate on it, but it is what it is.
No, Larry.
In this season,
I don't like the way she looks. I like the way Keisha looks. I like the way Keisha looks.
Keisha better now, but Keisha was ugly in the first season.
She did play herself, and there were people up there that were talking about Dante played her. Dante didn't play her; she played herself. What you do, first of all, you can't expect a man who is sleeping with you while you're married to have. You can't expect him to have any sort of loyalty towards you. He owes you nothing. You should have zero expectations on him. So when you come to him and you're asking, hey, can we get together? You can't be mad that he says no. And then you want to go home all heartbroken because your little jump off broke up with you, basically, or let you really know what your worth is. 0 to him. Your worth is some ass. And you want to go home all hurt with hurt feelings and get mad at your husband. We're not going to talk about this. Man, and
they say Tiff still wear BB or Baby. Don't nobody want that old ass.
This is craziness. And see, you know what? Here's one of the things that Tiff is gonna realize real quick. She's gonna feel terrible about herself. Is that she's gonna realize that when Emmett goes out there and messes with these girls want Emmett. They're trying to keep Emmett. These chicks are having babies by Emmett because they want to keep his ass. They roll up on each other fighting. They want to keep him. Tiff, they don't want her. They use her and then they're done with her.
Yeah. And the game is different too, because women, as you get older, it gets harder. Whereas men, as they get older and more successful, it gets a little easier to find somebody and do things. If they're going to get older, he's going to look mature. He's going to have more money. He's going to be able to, find him a nice woman easier. And she's going to get older. And, you say that cupcake may catch her. And, she'll have kids and older kids. And they're going to be arguing with the new dude and this and that. And they may not want to be bothered.
Well, Larry, you called that one. And we'll move on to the next one.
I will say this. I hope that Emmett's restaurant is incorporated and separate from their personal interest. And I hope if it isn't, I hope they have a prenup because I hope she doesn't get a piece of that when he decides to leave.
Yeah, he started that before they got married. The way
they don't just go deep into stuff, we're not gonna know that.
But he can have it before they got married, but it doesn't always work that way, depending on how the property laws work. In your how the community property laws work in your state. It could. I mean, you can go in with a whole bunch of stuff, and it doesn't matter. Whatever you have gets split in half if you don't have a prenup.
But remember, it's not even been a year, so they can get that shit annulled. And to hell with that. Dude,
she's not getting it annulled because she knows he has a lot now.
It's another thing I wanted to say, and then somebody mentioned it in the chat. Tiff was messing around season 1 because remember he almost fought the dude.
Oh yeah. That's right.
She does like a tit for tat thing. Like if you cheat, I'm gonna cheat too. But she did stop for a while. She did stop for a while.
That Emmett's mom is
right.
I mean, that's what it is.
She got a happy ending from that dude. I think she got the massage and somebody.
Come on now, how she know that dude gives happy endings if she didn't get one?
One of her friends could have told her that.
Yeah, but she had the card on her, and she like, yeah, this is what you need. He massages shit. And we already saw, dude. We only saw him with one other person.
You saying I'm being delusional now?
No, we're on that front. Trying to salvage something.
Look, I'm a defender on that one.
You trying to salvage something, Moochie? I mean, at this point in time, she's played her hand, Moochie. She played her hand.
Yeah,
she don't even know.
Defend with her.
We'll get to what she did later on. Let's move on and get on through the story. I'm coming back to you, Moochie.
Don't be defending her.
All right, so now you got Mayor Douda. He comes out and announced that his whole plan for Chicago and defunding the police has worked. And I'm sitting here like, where? And he's got the funding for Tracy's program, Rock. Break it down, Moochie. What'd you think?
I thought that with this, everything was going through right. She's happy, but we know what happened in the last episode. So I'm like, okay, they got the funding. They're gonna have people looking out for the Black community, my thoughts was, how far is this gonna go, and are they gonna continue the relationship? That's what I was thinking when I was watching it.
I was thinking Douda just wanted to pull her back in there to tap them draws, but anyway, I digress. Larry, jump on in there, my brother.
Yeah, I have to say this whole storyline right here, it was the most unsatisfying ending that they had during this season. They could have done a lot with this, and it just really turned out to be very unsatisfying. It's like what's her name, Ella in Run the World, always getting up before somebody finish. You know, it was just very, very unsatisfying. I mean, I get why he gave it to Tracy's organization, but just the way that all played out. I mean, I can't imagine anybody in any city where they would just say, "Okay, we're going to get rid of the police." No, you can restructure the police department, but you can't just get rid of them.
Well,
you just can't.
To that regard, Larry, and I'll pass it to you, J-Mo. I'll say this: we've got so many people who claim to be anti-government, anti-state. The police is a part of all that. Do you think their dumbasses know that if you got rid of the government, you'd be getting rid of the police, the fire department, and so many other essential services? Probably not. J-Mo.
Well, we know what happens. We've seen what happens in other countries when you disband police departments and militaries and you don't give them anything to do. They become the criminals. They become the local warlords and the gang leaders and everything else because they know the lay of the land. They have the guns. They have the training. They have the organization and the men. They become what you despise. We know this. We know this to be fact. We've seen it.
Do you think that the people that scream all this, "I hate the government," actually involve themselves in learning what go on in other countries?
Hell
no.
You're right.
No, you're right. Never mind.
They don't.
Move on.
Some of them don't even understand the structure of government. The way they complain.
Right here. Jump in there, J-Mo.
Man, I got so many problems with this. Put that picture. Yeah, first let's kick it off with this dumbass picture. How the hell, what we gonna call him, the Dark Knight? Why is every damn picture of him in the darkness? Turn the goddamn lights on. Talk about defund the police. You can't even turn the goddamn lights on and shit. Why you always standing in the hallway? Get your ass an office. Turn the damn lights on, call ComEd, get some assistance. With electricity, he ain't paying the electricity bill, let alone paying the police. He can't even pay the electricity bill. Get an extension cord or some shit. I used to use one for
J-Mo, he trying to help. He trying to help global warming by using natural sunlight.
Man, this is horrible, man. This season has so many problems. This natural light bullshit doesn't come off good. They always in the dark. Why are you meeting in the damn hallway with mayoral announcements? And what did they accomplish with the defund the police? Chicago crime is through the roof with police. What you think is gonna happen without police? I mean, this is stupid. It's crazy, and I don't understand. He even got shot. Like, how the hell you gonna talk about you doing good? Your ass even got shot, fool. How the hell you talk about trying to accomplish something? Let alone you ain't protect the community. You can't even protect your own ass.
Yeah.
What the hell? This is so stupid all over the place. Very disappointing. They should have not even put that storyline in the show. And if they was, it's examples that they could have used in real life where people are trying to do things differently as far as policing. You can never get rid of police anywhere on earth because people commit crime. Where are you going to go where there's no crime committed or there's no situation where somebody else needs to intervene? Yeah, it may be some cities where there's no murder, you know what I mean, that often, small towns, but somebody gonna steal something.
It's
go ahead.
It's like Larry said, J-Mo, in these banana republics where they're run by dictators and the cop turn the blind eye to certain communities, that's when you really need like these community policing situations because the dictatorship don't care about those sides of the town, those banana republics.
Yeah, look what's happening in the Philippines with Duarte and what they doing and how they handling the police and killing and allowing to be killed and this and that. So, let alone what's up with Afghanistan and the Taliban and all kind of stuff now. So man, I don't understand this. This storyline is too big of a storyline to be a third storyline. If you were gonna go with this had to be the whole show. Yeah. This would have had to be the main storyline, and it would be maybe a couple other subplots. You can't make this the fourth or fifth storyline. This is too big.
Yeah, it was a big one, man. It was a big one, and
way too big. It make
big,
it
and it was too many holes in it.
Yeah, It did have some holes. I mean, it still got holes right now. Now that we know that they're getting a season 5,
and it was unrealistic.
Maybe they wrote this
more holes than Tiff.
More holes than Swiss cheese. Maybe they thought that they was writing this as if they wasn't going to get a new season, and they tried to sew it up, but you still didn't really sew it up as good. I'm not even going to say as good. I'm going to say as satisfying as most of the audience would have wanted it to be. You didn't sew it up like that. So, Moochie, we back to you.
Hold on, let me say one thing. Somebody said even Andy Griffith had the police. Was the in Mayberry? Yeah, well, the name of the show was Andy Griffith, but he was the
police. He was the police,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then he goes on to be a lawyer. That man made a career out of Law and Order acting. He played Matlock, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
All right, Moochie, this is for you. So Kev's little girlfriend that people got mad at me last week when I said she needed to pipe down. She's being a little too aggressive with someone who's trying to give her some help. Y'all jumped down my throat and said I was too abrasive in my retort of her behavior. But I was like, there were a couple of times Kev was being nice. She ain't had to come back at him like that. She shows up at Dre's office at the Rock little thing they're doing, little celebration. And then we get to know Dre's backstory. Did this get you more involved in Dre, Moochie, where she's telling you she was homeless? She had to basically live on her own. She lived homeless. And even to Dre's trying to help this girl. This girl's kind of, giving her lip back to Dre. Drop me something, Moochie.
With this whole story, with her backstory, it was good to hear Dre's backstory because basically, from what it sounds like, her grandparents put her out because of her sexuality.
Yep.
And that happened a lot back then.
Mm-hmm.
And she lived a tough life, but you saw a little glimpse of it last season when she was ready to go all out to get back Keisha. Mm-hmm. So with that, you saw a glimpse of it, but now you know why she got that tough exterior.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said they made all the chubby girls mean and aggressive on the show.
This is true. I agree.
So they stereotyping, they doing a stereotype of what people deem as reality.
Most chubby girls I know be fun and cool and happy and shit. They the coolest ones to hang with.
Thank you.
Right, usually.
All I can see is from the neck up.
Oh, Lord.
A little labor in private.
Moochie, you done with what you were saying about them?
No.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
It done threw me off my game, Jay. Stop that.
Hey, that's what we here for, Moochie. That's what we here to do. When Nita ain't here, we got to mess you up.
She had an attitude. I didn't like. She had an attitude, but you got to remember the household she came from. She came from a household where there's nothing but bickering.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but bickering. Nothing but hostile attitudes. So kids do what they see. And she's been around this almost her whole life.
It's like her survival instinct.
Yeah, that's her defense mechanism. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Anywho.
You think about later, okay.
I'm thinking about it.
Let me shout out my
boy. I'm on FaceTime you.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even want to know. I'm too young to hear that conversation, ladies and gentlemen. I'm way too young to hear them kind of conversations. My boy Eric Iverson, cousin of Allen Iverson, has come through. What up, family? The girls on this show treat the men like crap and have attitudes. Kevin helped her have a home, and she busts him out. Good men on the show. Yeah, I feel you. And Eric, just for that, I got a little something for you too, my brother, because I got a whole lot of new ones. So let me give you this one to say thank you for that super chat. If you're a stripper and you like to take selfies, don't let this happen to you.
Then my head hit the wall. But I had a praying grandmother.
She was looking good for a minute. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I made a bunch of new ones today too, man.
Yeah, man. I had to do some deep digging on these, but Larry, jump on in there, my man.
Like that one though, man. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. Somebody else super chat again.
That's all you gotta do. Super chat me, baby. Let me know you want to see that one again.
Hey, let's see that back again. I mean, literally, let's see that back again.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that neat?
All right,
yeah,
Larry.
I hope Kev does not get with this chick. She might be very nice and sweet underneath all of that rough exterior, but Kev deserves somebody that's gonna be good to him and is not gonna give him all that grief. This dude deals with enough. He doesn't need someone that's just gonna constantly talk smack and tell him I don't see you this way and all the other crap. It's just he doesn't need that. Be out. Go find somebody else. And she's gonna be the same as every other chick in his life. Soon as he shows up with another girl, she's gonna have all kinds of feelings come rushing in and be like, oh snap, what did I do? Why am I letting this good dude get away? And then she's gonna want to go holler at him and monkey wrench that new thing that he has. He doesn't need someone like her. She needs to be helped by Dre and whatever other professional help she can get, but Kev needs to leave her alone. Go find somebody else.
He can do it. And J-Mo, somebody super chatted just so you can get your desires.
We're going to share that love and that video.
Share my love, and we're going to share that video. But I want you guys to watch the stuff in the background. And it wasn't the stripper making the booty clap. The mirror falling on her head made the booty clap.
Pass out. Then my head hit the wall. But I had a praying grandmother.
Oh my goodness.
Clothes though, didn't she? She was like, dude.
That was like the cat probably made it fall.
The cat did make it fall.
Yeah, the cat jumped.
The
cat, which cat? The cat.
You got to be careful when you're trying to do your selfies.
Behind the mirror.
You got to be careful when you try to do them selfies now. You got to be careful. You got animals in the house. J-Mo, jump on in there, man. How you feel about this young lady and Dre's conversation? Did it help you feel more indebted to Dre's character?
Hell no. Hell no. Man, first of all, man, Kev is surrounded by estrogen, female energy. He's in the house with now he gonna have 2 sisters and 2 mamas. All giving him hell. All type of 4 periods. I mean, like, damn, that's 1 a week. Where he gonna not be able to have some drama in his life? Like, he definitely needs to go away to school or something. And
now they'll sync up, and then he'll have a terrible 8 days.
Right, and then ungrateful and mean. And then as soon as he starts seeing somebody else, yeah, she gonna try to sabotage and be mad, or calling him all kind of whatever, this and that. And I damn sure bet you that if Kev had said to Dre or Nina, hey, can Jake or somebody stay here because they having problems? Well, we can't handle another man. We can't do this. We can't do that. We see that Nina damn near was about to do it for her. They wouldn't have let one of his friends stay there, but they gonna let her stay there. They can't even take care of Kevin and Keisha, and now they bringing somebody else that need help.
And the baby.
And the baby. I forgot all about little Peanut.
Yeah, man. They got the grandbaby up in there too now.
Man, they is a mess.
Yep. So we got another super chat from my boy Eric Iverson, who tends to super chat like 20 times $5, and y'all, that does add up. He says, Larry, we appreciate it. You were right. The show shows no good representation of men. And if they do, they die. Emmett is next, shaking my head. Also, Moochie, you looking good with them glasses. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Eric, I'm going to give you the video. I'm going to give you the video, my brother. But, boy, y'all pumping Moochie up. Y'all punching the sister up. Here we go. And let me see which one I got for you. I got this one for you, my brother. Old school. Appreciate that, Eric.
The DiBiase, baby.
Yeah, man. Everybody has a price. Everybody.
He had the $1 million belt.
And he had $1 million butler too.
Virgil.
Yeah, man.
Used to get his ass whooped.
He sure did, man. Poor fella. I mean, damn, it's hard. I digress, but man, in wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna just tell you this: in wrestling, I don't understand why WWE and no other wrestling program have figured this out. Because of the type of people that watch wrestling, it's hard to turn a black dude good. So what they should always do is just make these black dudes the meanest, toughest heels in the sport, and you will sell out for people coming to hate watch these mean ass, tough ass brothers. But that's just
I hate how they did Zeus, aka Debo.
I hated it too, man. I hated it too. He should have whooped everybody butt for months. Months.
And he would have whooped Hulk Hogan ass in real life, I believe.
Yep.
Especially back then.
Especially. I'm coming to you now, J-Mo. This one is a good one.
Yeah, super chat, bro.
Oh man, hold up.
Jimbo G came through with the.
Whoa.
They coming through, boy.
Whoa, Jimbo G.
You trying to see the booty too?
Whoa, Jimbo G. I got some more. I got to give you a good one.
T-Pain just dropped one.
One that exudes money. And T-Pain, my brother. Good gracious sake, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Super stickers and everything. Here we go.
First it was the Benzo, now I'm in the Enzo. Ferrari, I'm sorry, I keep blowing up. They call me the cake man, the strawberry shake man. I get
it. Damn,
appreciate that
right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, they looking out for a brother tonight. And be sure we've got 263 watching. Please, can I get all 263 of y'all? Just hit that like button for me. Me, Moochie, and the homegirl, Miss K, will be back tomorrow for Power. Then this whole crew you're looking at tonight, plus Nita the Diva, will be back Wednesday for another Power review. Let's get back into these tunes. I'm on you, J-Mo. And right now, we got this situation where Shad done came back home with your mans, and he's apologized. He's talking to Trig about their homeboy that died, and he didn't even know that homeboy got ran over. And I said in my video, the significance of this is when you actually saw Shad turn into the man that wants to be part of a growing family. J-Mo, how did you see this discussion?
I thought it was pointless, man. This is 4 years too late. This dude Meldrick been off the show since season 1. I've been wondering what the hell happened to him. And now 4 years later, we find out he got hit by a car. Like, man, people, when I was talking about this on my channel, they didn't even know who the hell they was talking about. They forgot all about Meldrick. I had to explain. Remember, he gave Ronnie the gun. Oh, I guess. They so late with that. And how did Trig know? Trig was out of town, wasn't he? In another city.
He wasn't there. Trig wasn't there.
Trig was locked up.
Yep.
So yeah, Trig know about it, but Shad don't.
Right.
And it didn't make any sense. They tried to make it what you're saying. But again, that's a bad conversation to do it. They should have had a conversation with him, talking to him about apologizing to Imani and how he feel about Imani and how he is and that and whatever. And then he could have been like, I'm sorry, man, my bad, or whatever, bro, or whatever. They always treat him like a dog, like you showed that earlier clip. Sit down. I ain't a dog. Man, sit down. In real life, he'd have been like, my bad, bro. Come on, man. Let me chill. You know?
J-Mo, you know that earlier in this episode, they did have the situation where he apologized to Imani, but he wasn't really, his heart wasn't in it. They could have made this situation where they had him turn to wanting to be family. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, they could have had it then.
Yeah. Like this situation, this time in the episode, like they should have moved it earlier before that scene when he brought the little cake and apologized. And they could have used this scene for him talking to him and saying, look, man, Imani, I love Imani. That's my family, this, that, and the other. Then he could have voiced what he felt. And then they could have came to some type of meeting of the minds. And then we see the scene where he come to apologize and then, whatever. But we don't see how he got to that point We just see him walking in with an apology. We didn't even see them he just pulled up and picked them up. I mean, it's all over the place. They leave too many holes, man. I mean, they holes in this story is wide open like Tiff, man.
Oh Lord, have mercy! And she's supposed to be, and she's supposed to be closing things up, not the marriage. Her leg. Jump in there, Moochie. How'd you feel about this scene?
I got a different view on this.
Okay.
Because when somebody been locked up and it seemed like he was like 10 down, like he did like 10 years, it's conversations you have where you be talking about people and they be like, nah, he's dead and he died while you was locked up. It's stuff that he's missed. This shows you when you locked up how life goes on. Because he was worried about getting his money back, and then he had his whole demeanor change once he found out the guy died.
That's a good point.
And with that, I think that's when he was coming to the realization about family and about life is too short. And I think this is where he was his whole thing was turning with as far as Imani and being a part of a family.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though the kid owed him money, that was still his dude. Because he talked about his crazy laugh and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I saw it as like a turning point, even though y'all think this was like a senseless conversation for somebody that done did 10 years or something like that, and then they find out this kid is dead.
Yeah, but Trigg wouldn't be the one to tell him because he wasn't even in Chicago.
Yeah, but he could have found out when you know how you find out when you find out things if you've been away at college. You find out things if you've been away. When you come home, they be like, nah, this person got killed, or this person died, or this person moved. That's how it is when you come home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I felt like this was just the heel turn, so to speak.
Exactly. That's what I felt. That's like. What I'm trying to say. Like that was like the he got like a reality check with that, and it was like a turning point for him.
Ice cream. I was gonna rob the ice cream man.
But and the guy stopped him from robbing the ice cream truck and stuff like that.
Life, man.
Yeah. So
I never looked at ice cream the same ever since.
Hey, ice cream tasty as hell now. You got to watch yourself. Get addicted. Jump in there, Larry.
A couple flavors in the fridge now.
That was a good point, Paul.
But I wasn't going to rob the ice cream man, but I got it.
Larry, what did you think about that scene?
Yeah, I feel like this was one of those things where it was sort of a waste of talent. We got to see Jason Weaver actually shine a little bit because I feel like the way they've written his character, we don't really get to show. They don't really show that he can actually act, and he's quite a talented actor. And we saw it here. We got to see him emote a bit and have a little bit more dialogue that's not so frivolous and just meaningless. And it was nice to see. It was nice to see his performance. It's just unfortunate that I don't really think that the scene added a whole lot. I think the scene that was probably more poignant was when he went and apologized to Imani when she was cooking breakfast. I think that's how somebody who is not fully matured and knows that they need to make an apology, but doesn't really know how to do it or want to do it, does it. And she recognized that, and she she didn't let him off the hook, but she let him off the hook, and she was being nice and not nice at the same time because she recognized what he was going through. She knew it, and she accepted it, but she wanted to give him a little grief, but she wasn't trying to give him too much. But this scene right here, I just think I enjoyed his performance. I didn't really think the scene was all that significant to the episode. I felt like they were trying to tie everything up, and when they did, it was like looking at a string with a bunch of random knots where nothing was tied up, but nothing was tied up.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, I think Imani wanted him to kiss her Converse or something. Get her
all
he
did was I think Imani was okay with it.
He didn't really do too much to Imani like that, though. Imani reacted harder than he did in a way, or just as much.
Imani just wanted him to respect her, and I think we got to see that when they were on the street later on. We got to see that's all she wanted. She just wanted him to respect her, and we got to see that he did respect her. He respected her as he said, "This is my family, and he's gonna protect his family." And I think that's what she wanted, and that's what she got, and I think she's happy now. She doesn't need him to simply say, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." You know, he showed he was sorry. He showed he apologized that she means something besides just saying, "I'm sorry, I'm just going to say the words because I want to be here," you know, with my boy. She showed that he had some respect.
Yeah. Please hit that thumbs up button. We've got 275 on a Monday night. That is, in YouTube land, that's pretty good. So please hit those thumbs up button. Let people know that y'all like this content, and we can get more people in the super chat that can trip. It's on you now, Moochie. Now we too old. Frederick Douglass head Gemma.
That's right.
She done went back to the house. She clearly knows Daddy got cameras everywhere, which everybody said last week on this panel. You know he got cameras in that house. All right.
Exactly.
Not only do he got cameras, but he got the damn Bruce Wayne closet with nothing but camera footage. And as she's going through the footage, Jake decides to break down and tell her the truth about what he knows and when he knew it. How'd you feel about this scene, Moochie?
I felt like Jake knew his goose was cooked if he ain't say anything. So he had to tell her. You saw how his face was when they was leaving the hospital. Where he like, nah, I gotta go with her to take care of this. And he got cameras all throughout in there.
Sure do. Look at that.
Had the whole thing lined up.
You see that bathroom?
So basically, he got that whole beat down on. She got that whole beat down on camera.
Whole beat down.
And with this, I'm glad he told her, and he did explain that how Trick tried to help because he wasn't there when the actual fight happened. He came after everything was over with. So with this was all right. I liked the way he told, but I don't know. It's just certain things. I'm disappointed with the whole finale overall, but I'll get to it when we get to it.
Oh boy, Larry, it's on you.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a different opinion. Well, first of all, somebody in the comments said the police missed all the cameras. I don't think the police cared about the cameras because you have to remember they showed up and the mayor's there, and the police hate the mayor, so they have no interest in this case.
The police didn't even show up. The only people showed up.
I think they were on the street outside with the ambulance, but I don't think they even came in the house.
Oh, so
we don't know if Douda was there.
But first of all, if the mayor was there and the mayor said, "No, I want you to come in," they're not coming in. But on top of that, they hate the mayor, so they're not going to worry about it. They're just going to be like, they don't really care. But the thing, a couple of things. One, I want to know why Marcus had all these cameras in his house. What was going on in his life that made him feel he needed every inch of his house under surveillance 24/7? You know, I mean, that's just not normal. I know some people have doorbell cameras, other people have back doors, some people have cameras on their garages, places where people may break in and steal something. Most people don't have their entire house under surveillance. That's just
could be for Gemma. Could be for Gemma.
Right. So what was going on with Gemma that he felt like he needed to have her under surveillance? All that. He seems like he gives her enough
Chicago.
Freedom. Yeah.
You know how much crime is there?
I was about to say
they don't live in the hood.
She shit about herself a lot.
That just I hear you, but that just seems really sort of like on the next level right there. I understand if you have a doorbell or a security camera at your entrance, that seems a little intrusive to have your whole interior, wired up like that. So, but here's where I differ with you, Mooch, about this thing. I think that Jake told her partly because he knew his goose was going to be cooked, but I think also he told her because he wanted to protect her, because he knew that if he didn't say something to her, that it was likely that either Trig or Douda were going to go and kill her to get that footage. That if they knew that she saw it and she didn't give it up, or she tried to go to the police with it, I think he knew that her life was going to be in danger. And I think that's why he did it. I think he did it in part before his brother, and he didn't want to, he didn't want his goose cooked, as you say, but I think a large part of it was he was just trying to save her life.
Okay. Well, we've got people in the comment section saying I live in Chicago, and yes, it's cameras all up in my house.
Yeah. I got cameras inside
I
and outside my house too.
I don't have cameras in my house, but my dad do all through. He got cameras all through. So
and I'm another one. I'm another one who's guilty. I got them. I got them all over the place, man.
Maybe not the bedroom, but
no, I don't got them in there, and I don't got them in the bathroom. Like that. At my front doors and stuff like that. You ain't getting it. This is the back cave,
right?
Man, oh God, hear that, J-Mo, it's on you, man. I can't with Moochie tonight. She done drunk some cognac, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Moochie did.
That is not my.
Got that yak, don't know how to act. On that yak, don't know how to act up in here, man. Yeah, one thing about the cameras is cheap nowadays too. Even though we got iPads to monitor it, I mean, I got a lot of cameras too in my house and outside, and it's probably costs about $500-600. So I mean,
you spent that much on yours?
Yeah. I mean, I got it installed and monitored with ADT and stuff. So,
you got okay.
Yeah, okay. And so I can look on my phone. I can lock and unlock my doors with my phone. I could be anywhere. I could be in California and open and lock my doors and, sound the alarm and monitor anything. If somebody break in, I can see what room they in, who it is, what they doing, sound the alarm, all kind of stuff, man. So, it ain't that expensive. But anyway, I think that this just didn't make sense on so many levels. For one, this dude is damn near dead. I don't give a damn if the mayor was there, which we don't know if he was there, but they don't like him, so they wouldn't listen to him. He'd be like, don't come in here. They'd be like, man, shut your ass up, Big Daddy Kane, move. We need to search the house, see what happened, do our investigation. He done defunded the police. It ain't no police or detectives in the damn city now. What the hell? Ain't nobody doing nothing. Even in the suburbs, he only took a little bit of money away from the police. 1.5 million. Chicago police budgets is in the billion. It's over $1 billion for the Chicago police budget. So the little money he done defunded to give to Tracy ain't nothing. And they would have still been doing their job. They wouldn't have listened to him. He wasn't there. We only saw Trigg and Shad there. How come they wasn't getting questioned? They just get to sit in the car and smoke a blunt. They there. This dude, they found him, and they don't ask no questions, don't care. Just, okay, thanks for letting us know. Have a great day. What? And then Gemma asks, your daddy almost dead, and you just going to not look at the footage and then give the footage away? What if they lied to you? They already didn't tell you what happened in the first place. Now, because he tell you at the last minute, are you all, gooey inside and going to believe him? I wouldn't have believed him.
But he was telling the truth, though.
But he didn't tell her when he went in there to get that bag of weed that her daddy was laying there dead. So I'm not going to believe you. You already lied to me and told me everything was cool when my daddy was asleep when he wasn't. He was put to sleep.
At the end of the day, he's still a kid, yo.
Yeah, he's still a kid.
He panicked too because he didn't know what to think of his brother. Let's be honest.
I'm not about to listen to his ass. You only telling me because I'm about to find out for myself.
And I think some of this has something to do with Gemma not feeling like she's got any other family, because in this episode she hugged Trigg as if that was her uncle or something. So she looks like she's still trying to find her identity and have family. So I think that has something to do with it. I think that's what has a whole lot to do with why she didn't look at the footage. She didn't want to care. She wants to be part of this Jake Trigg family. If something were to happen to her daddy, I think that's some of the reasons why she did it. That hug that she gave Trigg, that was supposed to mean something to this story.
Yeah. I see somebody say that wasn't time to tell her. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying if I was Gemma, I wouldn't believe you because you lied to me once saying everything was good when it wasn't. How do I know that you're not lying again to stop me from looking at the footage? So the least that I'm going to do is look at this footage. I'm not going to not look at it and then give it to you. How do I know you're not lying again to protect your brother or to protect some people? Like, I'm gonna at least see what the hell happened. And then when my father wake up, I would be fucking furious if my son gave that damn footage away. I don't give a damn what your little Frederick Douglass militant ass said. That's the footage I need to nail Douda ass to the wall, and you gave it away.
What? So did she not look at the footage? I thought she looked at because
no, she said she couldn't bring herself to look at it.
That's right. So how does she know where to begin the recording and where to end? Did she just take the whole night?
She probably just took the whole chip out or whatever. The way they showing it, because she gave him like a flash drive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I would be furious if I came out of that coma. This dude, damn,
he got amnesia. I'm already telling y'all how they gonna play that out.
You've been in the writer's room already, Moochie?
Look, I've been right in the corner sipping iced tea, watching them write this.
Yeah. I thought we was gonna see he had amnesia.
That's what I thought they was gonna show us. He had amnesia, but that's the only way they gonna like. When we get to the last part, that's when I'll explain it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, J-Mo, it's on you now, brother. And this is my boy, Russell Westbrook. Decides to bring Keisha some flowers he stole from somebody's graveyard. And then he hits her with this letter. Do you want to be my lady? Check the box. Yes, check the box. No. Are you satisfied with this dude? Do you feel better about this guy? And did you like his cute way of asking Keisha, what are we?
So first off, I thought that was corny, but on my channel when we talked about this yesterday, a lot of the ladies was saying that was sweet and that was cute. So, you know, I guess, hey, it worked. It got Keisha to check yes. So there you go. It worked. And if that's what it takes to work, then you got to do what works. So I give him that. I don't know who the hell this mystery roommate is. Who is this person? And they all know about Keisha, and he talking to him about this and that, and he talking about the roommate asked if we together, and I didn't know. Who the hell is this roommate?
Yeah,
you know, it's still a lot of questions left to be answered about this dude. And typical Shy, we won't with plot holes galore. So I mean, there's more plot holes like potholes. Typical Shy, potholes in the Shy. Plot holes in the Shy. They tried to, you know, make it symbolic. But you know, man, so many potholes, man. I don't know where to go. But it seemed they tried to make him actually be a nice guy, soft-spoken, little Dexter, Poindexter, not the Dexter killer, but Poindexter. And he stole somebody flowers out their yard before he came and gave them to her. So it looked like it worked. Keisha liked it. And I mean, at the end of the day, you want results, and he got the results. He got a yes. So
he got the
I
results.
guess he winning.
Yep. Moochie, what'd you think about Russell Westbrook and his flowers and his do you want to be with me, my lady?
I like it. It was cute. I liked it. I thought it was cute. But I hope I'm right and he doesn't turn out to be a weirdo like y'all is aiming for. Y'all are gunning for him being the weirdo.
I mean, Moochie, it's in the cake.
Look, I want her to be
Moochie.
happy. She had enough happen to her.
Okay,
I want to be an optimistic person with this.
So let's say he's a good guy, his roommate crazy, or that girl in the record store crazy, or both of them.
The girl in the record store was the same girl that came to the what you call it, Jay? The ghetto.
To the hood wheel.
The hood wheel.
Yeah.
So she's the same girl, but how she didn't catch that?
Maybe she didn't want to catch it. Maybe she was so caught up in his aura, she wasn't thinking about it. But I mean, you can easily see this dude turning from Mr. Nice, Mr. I'm green to the earth, Mr. I recycle everything, to just being vicious and devious and demented. You can easily see him taking off them glasses, turning into Dr. Jekyll. Mr. Hyde.
Damn. Zaya Latrice, can you highlight her comment?
Hold on. One person said, Mo Change said Emmett was sleeping with minors and nobody bring that up. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Him and Tiff him and Keisha the same age. Or he 1 year older. They was both in high school. He just got kicked out. He wasn't sleeping with no minors.
She said he's gonna be physically and mentally abusive, Moochie. No. I don't want this to happen. I want to be an all right dude.
Zaya Latrice is real. That's why we rocks with Zaya Latrice on like 3 platforms, because Zaya Latrice is real. Larry, what'd you think about old Russell Westbrook and his proposal to Keisha?
I'll be honest with you, man. In this moment, I was a little disappointed in Keisha because I felt like she didn't need to be with him. She should have said no, because she's up there still. She can't even go out and experience just a normal day out with someone without being traumatized. She's not ready to be in a relationship yet. Like her, she doesn't. She's just not ready. She just shouldn't be with him. And you know, when she's up there talking about, oh, you make me feel good, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's always great. Here you are. You're the chick that was up there that's messing with the little player dude Emmett. Then you want to go mess with the little player dude Nuck. And then once you get raped and kidnapped and traumatized, and then you want to go find the nice guy. Now that you have a baby and all this stuff, now you want to go find the nice guy. You need to get your life together. You don't need a guy right now. You need to get your life together. That's what you need. Don't go up there trying to talk about you make me feel good. Don't depend on someone to make you feel good. Go figure out how to make yourself feel good and get ready for the next relationship in your life.
Larry, she's
I
still
like Keisha, but in this moment, she didn't need to be with him.
For somebody to make them happy. You don't figure stuff like that out till your late 20s.
Okay.
She's got a point. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't figure out, okay, I need to learn how to make myself happy before I have to have someone else make me happy till later on in life. A lot of people like that.
Especially if you grow up with siblings in a house full of people.
Yeah.
You know, she used to having people. Like, I grew up as the only child. So, like, I grew up entertaining myself and, you know, knowing myself in a biblical way.
My man. Because I grew up an only child too, J-Mo, and I used to, all my friends in the country where I come from was the trees outside. Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello was all my trees outside. I even had me some nunchucks and we practiced. I had to learn how to play it myself. And I did have a bear.
The only child, man, is the most secure person you're going to meet, because they already know themselves and know how to be with themselves from jump. There's so many people that need attention or need to be with other people or need to talk with people. I can sit here by my damn self and be just fine.
Me too. Give me
He's gonna find out this dude is a piece of garbage, and something's gonna be tragically wrong with him, because she has I don't know, she just, I guess if you just want to call it a BS detector or whatever, she has nothing. For a young girl who grew up in the South Side of Chicago, she has no street sense. She has no judgment of character. She's just, I don't know who this character is modeled after, but she has nothing. She has not, like, I wouldn't even feel safe sending her away to college, because she would just get taken advantage of, because she's so dumb when it comes to personal relationships. She doesn't understand human beings at all.
Yeah,
she doesn't need to be with anybody. What she needs to do is take care of her kid, find out how she's gonna raise this child on her own, because eventually she's gonna have to be on her own, and she needs to figure that out. And even if she doesn't have it all worked out, she needs to figure it out.
She needs some counseling too, bro.
She doesn't need some dude who went and stole flowers out of somebody's garden and a little note that says, "Be my girl, yes or no." She didn't need that.
So y'all really think he a nut job?
Or something about him. Maybe it's not him. Maybe it's his environment. There's something.
Even if it's not, Larry is right, though. She don't need to be jumping into no relationship.
No, I agree. It's too soon for her to be in a relationship. Right. I feel like they did send her counseling, but you know, it is what it is. This is the product that the writers put out.
Mooch, did you see the episode where they were over at his house? Did you see all the crazy out of focus, all the Dutch angles, and all the weird stuff that was happening?
Yeah, it looked like somebody was watching them. I agree with you.
Point of view stuff. They did
I
all
agree
of
with
that.
you. It looked like somebody was watching them. That's why I hope he don't turn out to be a nut job.
You can hope, but we already know what it is. They did that for a reason. They did not do that for. They didn't just do that for some. They didn't just hire some DP who decided he wanted to have an artistic orgasm on that episode. They did it for a reason.
Look, Moochie, you had Larry and J-Mo on your side about Russell Westbrook the very first week they dropped him, when I was the one saying I don't trust him. They were saying give the brother a chance. They were.
Yeah, they did it. They did. They did say give him a chance.
And then we did. Now we don't like him.
You did in the beginning. You said you don't like him, but I'm gonna give him a chance. You said that.
I just say it's too soon to figure it out.
Yeah, so you basically give him a chance.
Yeah.
No, I ain't giving him a chance. I'm watching him closely.
Yeah, man.
And somebody's talking about giving. Here's the thing: there are two types of men. There are two types of men on the Chi: the ones that are terrible men, and the ones that are about to get killed. And so, unless they're about to kill him, we know he's not good.
See how my love said, keep
forgot
hope
about
alive.
the simp category, Larry.
Right, with the simp category, they have definitely brought in the simp category this season.
Yeah, man. All right, Moochie, we back to you, and this is how we opened up this whole entire discussion. Jake goes in there and tells everybody that he done came clean to Gemma, and they have this little powwow and this little discussion. Break it down for me, Moochie. Oops, what was going on up in this discussion?
With Trig and
Jake.
When Jake came home and said, "I told."
He told, yes.
He came back and told the truth. How you? I mean, y'all gonna get mad at him, especially Shad. He was like, "What? You snitching?"
He the best actor on the show.
Yo, I laughed at this.
I did too. This was funny.
The back and forth with this.
This was funny.
I laughed at the back and forth with this.
I don't know if they intended for it to be funny. Probably not, considering the way y'all talking about the writing. But it wound up being kind of funny.
Yeah,
right? I thought it was funny. I'm glad he came back and told them. Trick seemed kind of relieved that he told in a way, because now he know he could put Douda between a rock and a hard place if he play his cards right, even though he don't have that footage yet.
Mm-hmm.
I got a different take on that one.
All right,
I agree.
Jump in there, Larry.
I think a little something different on that.
I don't understand why Douda just didn't kill him. I mean, who are they gonna believe? The mayor of Chicago when he tells them some gang member broke into my house and tried to rob me, so I shot him and killed him? Or are they gonna believe what? Somebody else? I mean, he could have just killed Trig. He could have killed Trig and been done with it.
He need Trig though, don't he?
He need Trig.
He don't need Trig.
For what? Right.
He can find somebody, just like he put Trig in that position. He can find somebody else to put. He can go grab Nook and say, "Nook, let's make this right.
Well,
you got a promotion done."
He can get Big Mike.
I'm gonna get to that later.
Oh Lord,
I'm gonna get to that later.
During this whole show, during this whole series, we have Douda being a straight up murderer, a sociopath, a maniac that's power hungry. And then the one time where it would really benefit him to exercise that, he doesn't do it.
Right.
I mean, what is that?
Thanks, Kim.
All right, J-Mo, jump on in there. Drop us a dime.
Man, for one, that was a funny scene because it seemed real. Jason Weaver, a good actor on this show. He really stands out when he's with everybody else. Now, what I saw in this scene reminded me of Never Let Him See You Sweat. So I think Trig was really shook, but he tried to play it off as if he wasn't when he was telling Jake, "I'm old news, I'm glad you told." And he was keeping the cool front all the way up until he got that damn flash drive. Then what'd he do? That boy ran in there. He couldn't even get the damn thing in the computer. He was just...
Yeah,
because he wanted to know what he wanted to know what was felt.
Yeah, he was shook like a pair of dice, man, in a crap game, man. That dude, he was trying to keep it cool, boy, but the Trig was scared in a little bit, man. And Jason Weaver, his character, Shy, was like, man, you snitching this, that, and the other. He was letting his emotions fly. And Trig trying to be a good example to Jake, but he really wanted to be saying that too. He felt the same way, and he played it off good. And that's how people, at least, you know, in Chicago, I'm sure in other places, you be fronting and never let them see you sweat, never let people know you in a pressure situation. I mean, I done been in plenty of situations where I'd be scared or nervous, and you wouldn't even know. You'd have thought I was in like another day. You never let them see you sweat, man. You never show your hand. You got to have a poker face. And when he was alone, you saw how he really felt. That's why they showed him couldn't get the damn thing in the damn computer, because he was shook. Straight up. Shook ones like Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep.
Hell yeah.
All right, Larry. We coming your way now, my brother. So we to this point now where Tracy's having dinner with Douda. Now, first of all, I thought she was done with Douda. I mean, the way she stormed up out of that hospital room, you know, I used to like this character. I just done lost all my love for her because I thought she was better than this, but the hell what I think. But she's in here with Douda. She confessed to Douda that I love you. He never said I love her back. And then she asked him to tell her the truth, and he lied straight to her face. Break it down, Larry.
Yeah, this is another one of those stupid, just sort of disjointed, doesn't make any sense storylines here. It's like they didn't do enough in here. They didn't show them together enough. They didn't show the romance between the two of them. They showed a couple of like sex scenes, and then they show them together. You know, they show a couple sex scenes, they show them working together, but they didn't really show enough of like the romance for them to be in love. I mean, it didn't make any sense. Oh, I think I'm falling in love with you, and oh, you think? Yeah, it's just like, when did you fall in love with this guy? Because we saw you guys together. We saw you once having sex in front of his wife, and then we saw like one other time, and then the rest of the time it's like you guys are at, you know, doing some presentation at work in front of people. It's like, when did you fall in love? It was silly and disjointed. It didn't make any sense. I mean, they really should have focused on storylines and got the story done, or just left it out. Like, don't just start parachuting, drop stuff in just here and there. Just let's put them in love here. Let's put them in love there. Let's do this. It's just it was dumb.
It was crazy.
It was just dumb.
I'm gonna come to you, but let me shout out T. Ross, who just sent me a cash out. Appreciate you, family. J-Mo, how you gonna be in love after you just ran out the hospital talking about you hate this dude? Right. And furthermore, it seems to me like what she's in love with is the lifestyle he just provided for her. Jump on in there, J-Mo.
Man, you said it all right there. Like, this girl love him, but you ain't even come see his ass in the hospital when he was on his damn near deathbed.
She saw him.
After a week? After Roz had to tell him to come?
Look, we
like,
still
she should have
don't know
been
if she
there
was
that
part of
night.
it.
She should have been there that night. He got shot. He was supposed to be taxing that ass, and you ain't show up there either.
I'm sorry.
You a show in my book. I was supposed to be up in that ass. You ain't show up. When I had my ass hurt, you ain't show up. You only show up when the check clear. I got you. Okay. In love, right?
She in love, J-Mo. She in love now that she's a CEO. She's in love,
right? She gonna be a CEO. Hell no, you gotta go.
Now, she's not even a CEO. She runs an organization. She runs a nonprofit. She's a director.
Right.
Yeah, she's a director. You know, jump in there, Moochie. What'd you think? And by the way, do she really think that if the way they showed it to us at the end of this show, if that person is going to be the stand-in mayor, that she's going to keep that little organization running?
Yo, she's done.
Man, for real.
She's done.
She's going to be done like the chicken I cooked last night.
Put a fork in it. She's done.
Split it open. Yep.
Now, I feel like with this whole scene, I feel like she gaming him.
Oh.
She said, I think I'm falling in love. I still think she has something to do with. I think she's the one that put Laverne up there. I think we. I think we're gonna see them freaking give high fives later. But sorry, you didn't get to finish the job.
I'm still mad about that dumbass scene. How she shoot the mayor and we never see her again.
And then they never even do an investigation or nothing. Like it's like I said, I'm so disappointed with so much stuff. Like I said, I want to take all 6 of my earrings out and roll around on the ground and fight with somebody.
And we had 2 episodes.
This inspired me, man. This show was really great though, because it inspired me that if they can do it, so can I. Like, man, I can write some shit. I'll make it make sense. Like, what the hell? I ain't dropping people in and out like the Matrix. Y'all gonna
it's like so many things that's left open.
Yeah, I actually got a show about some characters in the Shy me and my dad put together. It's based on a true story. I ain't gonna put too much out there in case somebody want to plagiarize my shit. But
yeah, save a little bit of J-Mo for when you can capitalize on it.
Exactly.
All right, I'm about to swing your way, J-Mo, but let me just say we've got 305. We've crossed 300, ladies and gentlemen. Can we please get a like from all 300 of y'all? Pretty please, we'll love you long time, like Jay-Z said.
Yeah, my girl Erlene came through.
Hold on. I missed it. Arlene done came through. I appreciate you, Arlene. And let me give you J-Mo's favorite new super chat thing that we got going on now. Now, Arlene, if you want to put one of these on the web somewhere yourself, hey, this is the video you should not watch.
Pass out. Then my head hit the wall. But I had a praying grandmother.
Boy, I like her.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, she could take some stuff. She ain't even moved. That shit was dope. She was like,
and didn't move.
Yeah, daddy.
Didn't move a muscle. Oh goodness, man.
Diddy. She say diddy.
She might have been knocked out.
Right. She might have been out. Larry, I'm coming to you on this one, my brother. So Frederick Douglass shows up to Jake and Trigg house to give up the chip and says she's not going to put Trigg in jail. Trigg's very happy. He runs in the house immediately. Damn near couldn't even open up the chip to see what happened. Then he let Jake go to the hospital with Gemma. How'd you feel about this scene, my brother?
I mean, I just don't know. It feels like you would think this young girl who's raised in this nice neighborhood with this well-to-do father who's educated and goes to a nice private school, you would think she has some sense, some good home training, and instead she just behaves like she has not a lick of common sense whatsoever. My thought is that happens, I'm going to the police. I'm not going to my boyfriend's house with the guy who may or may not have had a part of my father being beat damn near to death. At the very least, we know that he has an association with the dude. She knows what's going on with them. You know, it's just, I mean, some of this stuff, it just doesn't make any damn sense. I mean, let's just be real. Be real. Rich girls, black or white, when something happens to them, they are quick to dial 911.
Facts.
You know, they are not, let me go handle this on the streets. Let me go talk to my mans and them and get this handled on the. No, they go call the authorities. I just, that doesn't make any sense, man. I don't even want to blame Jimmy because it's just the writers are just dumb.
J-Mo, jump on in there.
Man, Larry was on point with that one, man. This don't make sense, you know. And actually calling the cops is their first thought. They about to snitch and call cops, like that's all they do.
Yeah.
And your daddy done got his ass whooped like that, and you're gonna give the footage away without even talking to your daddy, without even looking at it, and going over here to Mr. White T himself. Like, come on, man. And you want to be a part of their family, you gonna need to be, because you about to be an orphan. What the hell? I mean, I just don't get it. It didn't make any sense. How the hell did she even get over there to the south side? Did she all of a sudden got a magical driver's license too?
No, remember she was taking Uber before. Remember with the blackout? They was taking Ubers.
All right. Well, that makes sense. That's one thing that makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one thing that makes sense.
Right.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, my girl Wit just said Uber. Okay, Wit and Moochie, I believe you. So I give her that. She know how to use Uber.
Y'all
But
know I
other
be
than that, she don't know how to
down.
use her damn brain. Somebody said, "Oh, girl with that booty is a bird. Call me Birdman Junior up in here." No, Gemma is a bird brain. She already got that nest on the top of her head. Look at that nest. We have to call her the crow. What the hell?
I guess we gotta wait. We gotta wait the next season before she get a perm, man. I thought it was gonna happen this year.
She gotta get that just for me. No
Mm-hmm.
Jake
she gonna get all bent out of shape about Jake next season. She gonna go homie hop with Papa.
Exactly. I said it first. With Trig. I said it first. She's gonna get all the friends in the group. Yeah. Moochie, what you think about this whole thing with Gemma and the crew?
This whole scene, I was kind of like, I could not hand this over without looking at it. If that was my dad.
Boy,
I could not do that. Sure, especially the way she got a good dad to me.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right. So it's no way I could have said, okay, I couldn't bring myself to look at it. No, fuck that. I'm looking. I'm looking, I'm seeing, and I want whoever did this to him handled. That's my opinion. When I understand that you afraid he gonna go to jail, but he need to be handled. I'm not talking about Trig. I'm talking about Douda.
Right. Yeah.
And it brings me back to last week's conversation when she said you need to watch the company you keep.
She sure did say that, didn't she?
That was her warning right there.
Talking to her daddy, she said
exactly.
That. And now, do you think she's aware of the company she keeping?
She's still in love.
Okay, but I mean,
she's in love, and now she feels like she's part of the family. Look at how she hugged Trig.
I said that, but you know what it seems like they're trying to do to this family? They're trying to turn this family into the good family that we're supposed to rally behind. That's what they're trying to do with this family. No, for real. That's what they're doing. They're
murderers and sociopaths and homie hoppers and cheaters on your best friend. That's what we're supposed to aspire to. That's what we're supposed to love and find affection with. That's some BS, boy.
Or maybe what the writers are trying to say is, I think the mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, who went to jail, he coined the phrase, forget it. I don't forgot what he said because it was some bull jive. But they trying to turn this family into that family of heroes and the comeback. That's right, the comeback story. That's what he's trying to do with this. So we'll see where they go next season, man. But it's gonna be some turmoil. Oh man. Whoo, J-Mo, you got a good one coming to you. Lord have mercy. So now Trig got this information.
Oh, before you go to the next subject.
Go ahead.
Someone mentioned it, and I agree. If the father does not have amnesia, everything is up in the cloud. They got iPads all up in there. So it don't even matter if she deleted it, ain't it still in the cloud?
It depends on the server he uses in the security system.
It depends on that, because the one that I have has a cloud. I don't have a hard drive other than inside the camera itself. Now I do got a microchip in the camera I can yank out, but it also goes to the cloud and lasts 45 days. So
she handed Trig
all cloud based. I don't have I can email myself or download it, but I don't have any chips or anything. It's all cloud based. So
she handed Trig a thumb drive, which means she copied that to a thumb drive, which means that even if she deleted it, unless she did some military grade, hard drive shredding or took a drill and drilled through that.
So nothing is
memory,
ever really erased.
It's still there. All it takes is a little bit of forensics. Hell, I've done it before. I can go in there. I've lost stuff on disk and had to go and run recovery software and get stuff back. It's not difficult to do. You can go on YouTube and watch a video that takes 3 minutes and learn how to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Like even if I had mine is like Lamont, it'll stay on there for like 45 or 60 days or something. But like I say, mine is with ADT, so I could probably hit them up if I needed to, if it was like a murder investigation or something. I'm sure they got it somewhere for longer than 30 or 60 days, you know what I mean? So
yep. And J-Mo, you gonna love this one. Trig done got the chip, and he done go and threaten Douda, and Douda broke out in his training day moment. And nigga, I'll get rid of your whole family. I'll get rid of everything you got. And Trig just laughed at him, man, like it was like he just laughed at like it was nothing. Like, bro, ain't nobody scared of you. You have less than 18 hours to get your ass up out of town. And after he's leaving out, he says, please tell Trace I said hello, because he could probably smell the pussy all up in the aroma of the room. Oh, yeah, he could smell it. And then from there, Douda, then Tracy cussing out Douda, talking about you lied to my face. And I'm sitting here like, you knew what he was about. Don't try to act sweet and innocent now. And she basically says, you need to get your ass out of town too, because I need to keep this new gig you done put in place for me. Anywhere you want to go, J-Mo, it's all you.
All right, first off, man, this was dumb. Why is he talking about get out of town? What the hell is that? Why he don't want to go and just turn them in? Why
you have until sunset to get out of town, because by morning this is going all over the news.
Exactly.
Right.
Come on, this is the Wild West. You have until sunset to get out of town.
Stupid. The mayor of Chicago just gonna disappear in one day overnight, and there's just okay, Rise to take over as the mayor. That ain't how shit works.
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, that just is dumb. And he want him to get out of town, talking about you ain't the leadership we need, but you know you don't even want to wear a suit. But also, what, you don't want to snitch, so that's why you just won't turn him in. Man, turn that shit in. What are you doing? Now you got loyalty for him, but you want him out. But you didn't want him to take no pictures with Jake and Gemma. But you don't want him to give a ride or use the car. But you don't want to snitch on him either, because you too good for that. Man, this dude don't make no sense. This character makes no sense. Do you like this dude or not, Trig? You got loyalty to this dude or not, Trig? What the hell are you doing? Get out of town. And Douda, if I was Douda, I would have said, yeah. And then later that night, I would have had some goons burn that whole house down with him and Imani and Jake in there. And it would have just been another damn tragedy and another, notch under his belt of people he didn't kill. He burned bridges and now he burned houses. The hell with y'all. I'm not leaving.
Damn.
Dude, you dead. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? And this dude actually did this. Man, and Tracy, I was in love with you. Set your big, juicy booty ass up. You wasn't in love. You was in love with this doggy style, girl. You wanted some of this froggy style, that money.
She was in lust.
Right. You was in love with that bag. Straight up. You see how
quick
the
bag and the peanut brittle.
Right. He talking about you still worried about my legacy. I'm worried about my legacy. That's all she was worried about from the get-go.
Jump in there, Moochie. Talk about Tracy and her confessions to Douda, and her basically, she at the end told you what she was about. Her.
Yeah, I was worried about them legs I see.
And I'm disappointed because I like Tracy too, man. I was rooting for Tracy, and damn, Tracy.
Right.
But she done pissed you off because she became another lock and key?
No, see, here you go. Nobody can replace Lock and Key. And I refuse for y'all to keep calling her Lock and Key because she's a professor of education. She's one of the baddest things they got in the Power universe. But I just got to say, after seeing what I saw from Rock last night, Rock has quickly moved up to probably #1 in the power universe of the females. But I digress.
Well, let's just say this: Lock and Key does it for the love of it. Tracy was doing it for the money.
There you go.
And I like a woman. That's called.
I like a woman that do it for the love.
No,
and we know what that's called. When you do it for the money.
She about her paper. She about her paper.
It's called when you do it for the money.
She got a reality check for when she was with Ronnie, because remember he was broke. She done see Douda done showed her things she ain't seen pretty much before. That's why I think she was falling in love with him.
That Bumpy Johnson.
You know what?
Real bumpy.
Right. He showed her that Bumpy Johnson he got. That's what she ain't seen before.
And she was saying she was falling in love with him. And I think he was digging her too. I think he was digging her too. And then with Trig, as far as him coming here, I feel like he had more leverage to do more than just to get out of Dodge thing.
What would you have liked him to do? Give me some money, then get out of Dodge. Give me some money. What would you have liked him to do?
Well, he asked his price. Douda did say, "What's your price? What do you want?" And he was like, "I just want you to leave our lives." And with this, he could have got more out of this.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't negotiate this right. I feel like he could have got more out of it. Unrealistic with him just getting out of Dodge and he's the mayor. So it's just like this is when I was just like I had a question mark with how are they wrapping this up like this?
Right.
Like what? Like
right.
This don't make no sense.
It did not feel like this. Some of these stories were getting wrapped up as if they knew they was getting another season, because they didn't airtight nothing.
This don't make no sense. They did not put this in a nice bow. I would have been better off seeing Trick shoot him and telling Tracy don't say nothing.
Which she would not have done. She wouldn't have said nothing.
As long as that check clear.
Exactly. I'm just like with this. I was really disappointed in this scene.
Gotcha. Larry, jump on in there, brother.
I would have killed both of them.
Who? You would have killed Tracy and Douda?
Both of them. Because we already know that Douda's a sociopath. He doesn't love Tracy because he doesn't have the ability to, because he is a sociopath. He doesn't love anybody. He is a sociopath. He could have killed her. What he should have done while he was in there, while they were both in there, he should have shot Trig and killed Trig, and then shot Tracy and killed Tracy, and then popped one off in his shoulder. And then he could have just simply said, "This is a dude that shot and killed and tried to kill me before. He shot me and he came back to finish the job, and he killed Tracy trying to get to me, and he popped me, but I was able to get the gun and kill him."
And he admitted that he went and beat up Marcus almost to death.
Done. Douda is wrapped up. All his loose ends are tied up. And if what's her name thinks she's out there with something, he just sends some little boy over there one day when she's over there visiting Jake. He just pulls her up out the Uber, kills her, and done.
That's perfect, though. That would have
just
been
start
what
rapping, just tie up your loose ends. That's what he does. He cleans up his own messes. He ties up his loose ends. He should have just taken her out. He should have taken both of them out, and he would have been fine. He didn't need to go anywhere.
I agree. Larry, I agree with you with this, but I feel like instead of Douda doing this, Trick could have did all of that you saying.
And I just want to be clear.
Trick could have did all of that you saying.
Go ahead, Mooch.
Trick could have did all of that you saying. The way they showed him as a killer and the way him and Imani is, they could have tied up loose ends like that and had a self-defense thing going on where, look, we was letting them go off to the dance and they had a fight and this happened and that.
I would have that way the footage is burnt up too. You could have got rid of Jake because Jake could grow up and want to kill Douda if Trig is dead. So I would have got rid of Trig, Jake, and Imani in some type of house fire. They live in the hood. And then Tracy would have got, ran over by a car walking home or something.
You showed Trig being a killer since the time he came on the show. Why is he a coward now?
I just want to say, first of all, I see the comments in the comment section. I want to say that when I'm talking about this, people are saying I'm vicious. What I'm saying is I'm not saying this is the shit I'm going to do. I have a damn master's degree. I go to work. I don't do this. I went to school and put in my hours and have my student loans so I don't have to do this garbage. I'm talking about maintaining a level of consistency and continuity with the characters. It doesn't make any sense to make these dudes sociopathic, vicious murderers, and then at the last moment, you want to turn them into a bunch of Humpty Dumptys that are falling off the wall. It doesn't make any damn sense. So I'm saying, like you just saw, like literally just the episode before, we saw how vicious Douda was when he beat Marcus damn near to death. And now someone comes out here threatening him. And why did he beat Marcus? Because Marcus threatened him. And now Trig is in here literally threatening him. And he's just going to say, what do you want?
But Trigger killer too, Larry. Trigger killer too.
I know. But
Douda is a killer. That cop down, he could beat Douda down. That's why I'm saying.
You can't beat. Douda could have shot him. He could have just simply taken out a gun, shot him, boom. Oh, I have a Tracy problem. Cool, boom, done. And when the cops come, he broke into my house. He shot my girl trying to get me, and then he shot me. And this is the dude that came at me before. They already know he was shot.
This is also the guy
that
admitted to me that he beat up Marcus to death.
Right.
Exactly.
The only problem with that theory, Larry, is that Jake know about the footage, still alive, and could still turn them in. That's why I go with the burn down the house theory, because the footage is more than likely in the house. You kill Jake, you kill Imani, and you kill Trig. Now you really done. You see what I'm saying? And it's not in your house.
I got your point, Jay. That is tying up loose ends.
Right. That's how you do it, because Imani will kill him. If Trig ends up dead in his house, Imani and Jake will kill him or turn in the footage. So it wouldn't solve the problem, although it's a good theory if Trig was by himself plus shot. So maybe you do the house burning down. Now Shad don't know that they was murdered because he could think, well, damn, that house was raggedy.
But I still don't understand the point. You had Trig being a killer through this whole thing. Can you highlight Jimbo G's comment? Because he said killers respect killers.
But here's the thing too. But here's the thing too. It's not just that these killers. Douda, this has been incredibly smart this entire series. Douda went from being a damn gangster on the street to a business owner to the mayor of Chicago, and now all of a sudden he doesn't have any. He's not quick on his feet. All we're supposed to believe now that he can't think through a problem, that he can't problem solve, that he can't think past. He can't think past Trig. That Trig is going to outthink him.
I can flip the same way with you, Larry, because look, they showed Trig being a killer too.
What did he do to Brandon? When Brandon was going to destroy him, what happened to Brandon?
Killed him.
I can flip it the same way with you, Larry. Trig was a killer since we met him. He showed up, killed somebody, and talked to Douda like nothing happened.
And Douda wasn't
carried on a conversation after he blew somebody's brains out.
Right, we know that he's a sociopathic murderer.
That's why I don't understand why he ain't go there and why he ain't handle him like that.
There's that too, but here's the thing: we've never seen Trig as some sort of person who's very, very intelligent that's able to maneuver. That we've seen Trig sort of be just like Muscle and being willing to kill. We haven't seen him be all that particularly smart. We've seen him be. They try to give us some sensitive side of him, but then at the same time they have him killing people with no emotion. But the dude, we haven't seen him be particularly smart. What we have seen from Douda is a damn near freaking genius. We've seen this dude run a criminal organization on the street, start businesses, run for mayor, and win all this stuff. And now all of a sudden, he can't think past one of his lieutenants. It doesn't make any damn sense.
That's because he had just got a piece of this, and he was still in his refractory window.
Yeah, remember I told y'all they go deaf and blind for 3 seconds. So he's probably still coming out of that fog.
That was a long 3 seconds, man.
Boy, she got that good. She comatose his ass.
She did, man. But Moochie, we coming to you now. We about to run against the wall on time, so let me get through the rest of this.
All right.
So they introduced L7 Russell Westbrook to Emmett. This conversation was funny as hell because both of them was going off on their D-knowledge tangents. He talking about capitalism, which I happen to agree with. This can be crooked. Emmett's like, bro, what you talking about? Keisha said, he makes me happy. That's all that matters. Emmett said, I'm going to be here for you regardless. They didn't give us what we wanted with these two, but I think they will next season. Moochie, take the wheel.
With this scene, I hope Emmett stick to his word and be like white on rice on this dude.
He better.
Y'all want him to get back with her. This is gonna be his way back in because I want him to see him for what y'all see. I want him to be able to be like, girl, he crazy. You need to stay away from him and you need to get with your brother like me. So that's what I think of.
She liable to push him away if he realizes that this dude is no good and she don't see it. The way her headspace is right now, she liable to push Emmett away.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she values Emmett's opinion. And they have that relationship like where, you know, you could talk to me about anything and he's gonna tell her the real deal. If he's like who y'all say he is.
Okay. Larry.
That's my opinion.
What you think, Larry?
I think the dude needs to be very, very nice to Emmett because I think that Emmett is a good guy right now because Emmett chooses to be a good guy. If Emmett wanted to, Emmett could knock his girl in a minute. He knows Keisha too well. He can get Keisha back if he wanted to. He's not because he's worried about his own life. But if he wanted to, he could get. He doesn't need to be friends with Keisha right now. He could be with Keisha right now.
Okay. All right.
Have her up under the bed in no time.
J-Mo, jump on in there.
Yeah, I don't think Emmett will be watching her too close while he's still, like Larry say, dealing with his drama that he got going on. And I think him and Tiff are going to become even closer, though, because they going to be good friends. And the best relationships is somebody that you really good friends with. And they going to be talking about their problems one day. She going to get a couple little smoky little rib bones up in her. And then, you know, Emmett about to slide of that hot link on the side, baby. You been eating free. Let me fill you up. I got a hot link now. Let's go now.
And I guess she ain't going to need no mustard with that hot link, huh?
Hell no, boy. Straight up. We're going to have a little mayo. At the end.
Oh boy! All right, man. I'm coming to you now, Larry. What did you feel about this scene right here, where Shad is walking with Imani, going to the party they got going for Emmett's mother? This dude right here bumps into her, calls her a nigga, and then Shad push him up against the wall, make him apologize, and Imani's like, "Dude, I could have handled this myself." So on you, Larry.
I think this was I actually like this scene because I think this was the apology that he was giving. I think this was him saying, "I'm sorry and I respect you and I'm not going to let anybody disrespect you or hurt you." You know? And it also gave us a little glimpse into Shad. Like we look at Shad as sort of this silly ass, just goofy dude. But we also get to see a real glimpse of how this dude spent time in jail and probably had to protect himself more than a few times. And he's not afraid, you know, to get it in when he has to get it in. And the thing that got me, and I know they did this on purpose, which it just annoyed me to you know, was at the very end, they kept that dude in the background out of focus and they had the dude turning around on him. And I was just waiting for the gunshots to click off.
Me too.
You know?
Me too. I did.
I was like, come on, that was just dumb. I was like, have the dude just either move on, but don't have him all of a sudden stop and then looking at him as they walk away. I mean, I didn't like that. I was like, either give us the shots or just let the dude move on.
Right.
You know, like he could have moved on and said, I'm going to see you again, or whatever he was going to say. But just that whole turn around, looking, waiting for the shots that never come.
J-Mo.
Yeah, man, I kind of thought that was kind of corny in a way. Like, why you walking through the alley? How is this dude, like, instead of the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, he just, you know, terrorizing the neighborhood, the evil neighborhood killer man. But then he didn't kill Ronnie, and we don't even know why he was so close with Coogie. He was ready to talk about how he gonna blow Jake's brains out, but when somebody choke him up against the wall, all he do is just look crazy and don't do nothing. Like, and then they played with the audience emotions with the camera angles, with us all thinking that he about to, kill both of them, which would have been perfect.
That would have been dope.
It would have been dope. I was like, okay, they finally did something good with the episode. And I'm like, man, wait a minute. They just walk off talking about I know your lace front expensive. I'm gonna protect that shit for you, okay, boo? You done converted me. You see what I'm saying? How much? That was
they're family now, J-Mo. They're family.
That's my family.
Yeah, right. No, that's your nigga now, that's your bitch now. No, that's my family.
That would have been perfect if dude just let off on him. Just let off. Like, they would have gave us some sort of real finale ending where you were like, oh damn. Right. Now they just walked off. It was dumb.
Yeah, we would have been waiting to see what the next season is about. What's Trig gonna do now that Imani and his best friend then got murdered? This dude, we want to see what's up with this dude. We could finally get some type of backstory on him, because we don't know nothing about him other than he just walk around killing people. Like, even before the police was defunded, he ain't under investigation or nothing. And
this whole episode was? This whole episode is like Melvin and Raising Kanan. It never missed an opportunity to miss an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been Moochie. It would have been fly if Jake came out of nowhere and shot him. No.
Well, Jake.
I hope this dude is gonna be Jake's first body.
Why do you want Jake to have a body?
Because that's the same person he had beef with when the cops slammed him.
I know, but why do you want him to have a body?
You already said he was gonna get a body this season.
But I don't want him to have a body.
Look, if it's gonna be Jake getting a body, it better be this dude, because he done terrorized too many damn people.
I don't see Jake killing nobody in this show. Really, Jake is square.
I'm just talking smack, y'all.
Yeah.
But it would be.
Now, if these two would have got killed,
I'm just on the treadmill running. Look, somebody said I hope so too. Sure.
Yeah.
Come on, he done killed Ronnie. He started that beef with the police got at Jake. And now you're gonna just go by saying random stuff? Yeah, that's a man. That's a man. He need to go.
And he got yoked up and didn't do nothing.
They probably will beat him. Will get him killed next season. Let me see here. Okay, meat and taters about to start with you, Moochie. Here we go. Lord have mercy.
Okay,
I have several.
Is this the part where I'm ready to do all of this?
Yeah, you're gonna take all your shit out on this one. So we at this party. She done acknowledge the 3 men in her life. Okay, fine. We know she's gonna live. That's great. All right. How the hell this dude get invited to the party and Dom didn't? That's number one. Then he rolls up on Tiff, and I said this in my video when they first met. He looking at her like a well-cooked pork chop. But look at the way she's looking back at him. Like, bruh, I want them draw. And she tried to tease it. She tried to tease it as if she was being faithful to Emmett, because at this point she done told Emmett, look, I'm closing up shop. I'm closing my legs up. It's just going to be me and you in this marriage. Moochie, break this down.
To me, she already had her eye on him from the moment he walked in the restaurant.
So like Larry says, she's a hoe.
Yeah, y'all, look, at this point, I was like, I give up. I got to take the L with this one with her. When she did this, she played herself. I was mad at her too.
I don't know why you guys doubt me. I'm a good judge of character.
I know you're a good judge of character, but sometimes I like to see the good in people. That's just me.
Forget all that.
Look, that's just me. With her, I was like, I knew. I'm gonna give it to y'all like this, a female's point of view. A woman usually know the moment she meets a person, if she gonna get with them or not.
Yep.
And
you know, I heard it take 5 minutes.
Tell me that.
Yeah, that's why.
Within
And
5
that's
minutes.
my point. That's I was getting to, Lamont. That day she saw him in the restaurant when he came in and said, "Oh, y'all the weed girls." That's when how I say it, the cookies was in the oven baking.
Yeah, she was ready to climb that tree.
She was moist.
The cookies was in the oven and the timer went off. Ding.
Boy.
Evil elf.
Eat them
I
all
was
up.
like with those cheeks.
Larry, jump on in there, brother. What you got to say about this?
She's a hoe. We've known this.
What's that?
I mean, what's to say?
Short and sweet. J Mo, what you got to say?
Yeah, man, I was disappointed in her, man. Not that I had high hopes, but I remember when they first showed him come in the kitchen, I said they was looking like they was about to get chose. They wanted some of that, but then we ain't seen them in a few episodes, so I don't know. I thought maybe they ain't gonna show it. And then
I thought it was gonna be her and Dom together. I thought they was gonna have
Me too.
I said that when they introduced them the first time. Remember I said that?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because he was looking at them both like they both was well cooked pork chops came off the grill.
The
Dom's cookies probably was baked and done too. Ding.
Right. He done tossed them cookies already.
He said them cookies too old. I don't like old cookies.
I mean, let's just think about how scandalous this whole is. She was up there in bed with her husband and baby,
what I was about to
and
say.
she gets up, puts on some makeup, and sneaks up out the house.
That's the worst
so
part
she
to
can
me.
go fuck this dude, and then she's gonna try and sneak back. That is, I don't care who's out there and doesn't like my language. This chick is a straight up hoe. There is no other way to describe it. She is as scandalous. She is one of those types of chicks. I'm not saying she deserves it, but she's one of those types of chicks that you hear about when dudes go crazy and kill somebody because they're doing reckless shit. Like just simply leave the dude because you don't want to see somebody. You don't want some dude up there that gets all bent out of shape and hurt because before they had an open marriage. He didn't like it, but he knew it. He understood it. He saw what was happening. But now she's sneaking around behind his back after she told him it was closed up and everything was good. That's the type of chick that ends up on the news because her man bodied her.
Yeah.
And no, ma'am, I agree with you. What type of message is this sending to young black girls?
Yeah, and the worst
be a
part
hoe. That's the message that it's saying. That's what they've been saying this whole damn show.
Yeah, she up here sweating him at the party, talking about say you ain't gonna never cheat. Then she can't even do it. Then the same damn night, this nigga ain't even changed his shirt. The same night she creeping. You know what I'm saying? Thuggish, ruggish, getting bone.
And he ain't had to pay for nothing. He ain't had to take the bitch out. He ain't had to give her no lunch. I mean, he just
like I said,
at
the cookies was done. The oven timer went off.
For real. And she's sneaking out the bed like he her parents now.
I wish Emmett was that dude to change the locks once he realized she was going. So when she try to come back in the morning, she can't get in.
No, I don't even wish that. I wish Emmett was that dude. No, I wish Emmett was that dude that when she left to go do her rounds, she came back home and everything was just gone. The baby, all the clothes, the furniture. He just moved and didn't tell her where.
Right. Leave a garbage bag of her little nasty panties there for her.
Yeah, and then just hit her with a summons, and just hit her with a summons for divorce and full custody. Do that.
Wouldn't even touch them drawers. Them drawers hot. They might have something some new disease that eat through your skin. Wouldn't even touch them.
Wouldn't even discharge the discharge.
Exactly. And then all we got left for you, ladies and gentlemen, they had a voiceover of Papa talking about why the shy is good, blah, blah, blah. We see Douda got picked up by Rosalind. Then he's walking away as if he's going to come back. I'm telling you, he's coming back. Rosalind is sitting in front of the mayor's chair as if she's going to be sitting in that chair. And then they show Kev getting his haircut with the blue in it. Moochie, you start us off. This will be the last round. Talk about how they ended this thing over the Papa's pool pit.
I like Papa's pool pit, but man, this is some BS. This is some BS. How in the heck Rod's gonna become mayor?
It's not gonna
Where
happen.
they do that at?
I don't know. A
Where
banana
do they do that
republic.
at?
A banana republic is where they do that at.
Where do they do that at?
For real. Man, I hate these
This
dark
is
ass
the
bitches.
part where I was really pissed off.
Yeah,
Like, how you gonna let this? How is this going down this way?
Yep. Larry, what'd you think?
I thought this was just terrible, man. I mean, they treat us like we're stupid and don't understand how government works in this country. You don't get to just, as a wife, you don't just get to say, okay, well, my husband ran off, so I get to be mayor now. You don't inherit, you don't inherit the mayorship. You don't get to inherit a political position, an elected position. That's just ridiculous.
It's like they got rid of the police. Now they want us to think that they also got rid of the city council and
all that.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It doesn't make a lick of sense. It's like they treat us like we are complete idiots and don't understand anything. I mean, I understand when you're watching certain movies. When I'm watching The Boys or Marvel stuff, yeah, you suspend your disbelief so you can have fun. But this is supposed to be somewhat reality based, and they treat us like we're dummies. It's just it's terrible. And as far as Papa, they didn't give us that was it for Papa for this episode. They didn't give us anything. They gave us all that story with him and Maisha, and then they just left it. They just left it dangling, no resolution, nothing.
Nothing. Yep. J-Mo, finish us off, my brother. And by the way, are you going to continue the conversation on your channel tonight, Jay?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and start it up after this. So, everybody, you're welcome to come through. And we can continue the conversation, and hell, we may even talk about some power or something, because we talk about this and power. Maybe we'll see how it go, but we definitely gonna keep it going. So,
all right. Well, what'd you think about this ending part, Jay? And then we'll get out of here.
So, I hate this dark stuff they keep doing this whole show, and this natural light does not work. They didn't pull it off.
Watch The Revenant and see how to shoot natural light.
Yeah, like it did not work. Papa's pulpit. Who's listening to this shit? He ain't got no viewers. He ain't got no listeners. How has he got this show successful? Even the picture with him doing it, ain't nobody in there with him in the church. If you had to, nobody was there. Like he just sitting there talking to himself, basically a diary. And I did like how they showed finally something that resembled The Chi, because really this show this season could have been anywhere. It didn't have any natural Chicago flavor like season 1, season 2. It felt like part of Chicago. The only thing this is that it was shot, you can see, on locations in Chicago. But the story had nothing to do with the city. I mean, it was so stupid with the defund the police and stuff. They should have been somewhere else. They should have been in Xenia, Ohio or something. Because you can't. And for those who wondering where it is, that's my point. You got to be in the middle of nowhere to do some shit like that, where you got a town of 200 people. Otherwise, how you going to do this in the 3rd largest city in the United States? It didn't make any sense. They having a block club party. Those used to be the shit back in the days, having fun. They got Kev getting the haircut in the middle of the street. He ain't even got no apron, got hair all down his collar. He gonna be itching all day.
My man got the new wireless clippers too, because it ain't no plugs out there in the middle of the damn street.
Right.
And then they're gonna end with Tiff walking with her babysitter.
Oh my goodness.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's been fun. I might be missing for 2 weeks. I might not. I might be. We'll have to see, but we'll definitely be back tomorrow and Wednesday to do Power, so please tune in. I have the lovely ladies of Life Gangs up here again tomorrow. Then we'll have J-Mo, Larry, and the whole crew back on Wednesday. Conversation going to keep going on J-Mo's channel, so soon as I click off, get ready to go check his channel. And that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, share. I will break these down into 30-minute clips so that you can just kind of cycle through them, pick apart the ones that you like. Until that next Sex is Hell video, which will be tomorrow. We'll see you.
Peace.